What's up, everybody? Okay, today we want to jump into how we can make Zillow clients long-lasting relationships and a lifeblood for our business. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to start sharing my screen, and I'm looking forward to going through this training with you. So here we are, Zillow Lead Mastery. So this is part of our Sales Excellence series. And we want to talk today about converting Zillow leads into lifelong clients. We want to master the art of turning every Zillow lead into a face-to-face appointment, building lasting relationships that generate closings, referrals, and repeat business for years to come. This is not about do a transaction and leave them. If that's what you're going to do, your business will always be temperamental. We are trying to build a foundation for your business so you can wean off leads and increase your SOI. That leads to more money, leads to more retention, it leads to a business that then you can replicate, teach others to do. And it's a real blessing to understand that this is the foundation of the business, not your business. If you're already acting in business, this is rocket fuel to add in there and build that database even faster. It is a leg up on your clients because you're getting to meet with qualified clients on a regular basis and increase your database by tenfold very, very quickly. So let's continue to move on. All right, why Zillow leads are your business growth engine. So immediate revenue. So Zillow brings closings and revenue into your business from day one. I've had agents close a deal or get a deal in escrow the first day they join the team. That is a real possibility with these leads because they're highly vetted, they're coming into your phone, they're ready to view a property. Database growth. The most effective way to build a qualified database with verified phone numbers and email addresses. And then we've built a tech stack that's going to enrich that data, show you what property they own. You can connect referrals across to other EXP agents across the United States for people who need to sell their homes to buy in the location you're in. You can build multiple streams of income with these data points. And then it's a face-to-face meeting. Every Zillow call should lead to an appointment. These lead to in-person meetings, and these meetings are with motivated, qualified prospects. What's every real estate activity leading to? What's an open house leading to? Cold calling, door knocking, sending postcards. What are all these things trying to lead to? A face-to-face appointment to talk to somebody about selling or buying real estate. This is a phone call to go meet someone at a property, which is even better. And you get to fast forward through, making the postcard, mailing it. It really shortcuts the process and gets you in front of a qualified buyer right away. Zillow leads aren't just the initial sale. They're about building relationships to capture all of their business and referrals from their friends and family. Your goal is to become every client's go-to real estate solution, and Zillow enhances your ability to meet more people who are raising their hand. That's it. From the lead to listing, the long game. When you grow your database with loosely qualified leads who have proper contact information, our tech stack can enrich that data and transform these into connections. The multiplier effect. One Zillow buyer today becomes multiple revenue streams tomorrow. We get their buyer side closing. We get to list this home in the future. We probably get to list their home so they can buy this home. And then we get referrals for all their networks. It's something we always need to ask for. Referrals are huge, and those don't have that Zillow success fee attached to them. So really build into that database. Understand that each person you lead should lead to 4 deals in the next 5 years. That is called future business. That is big time, and that's how your business continues to compound. And that's why you see a lot of people able to double their business from year to year while working this program, because it gives you that kind of opportunity. Okay, so Zillow leads come in on your phone. These are people that are coming in. They've either been talking with Zillow AI, or they filled out some jot forms and they've made some clarifications, and they have raised their hand saying that they're ready to speak to an agent. So the ALM framework is your call blueprint. Now that you understand the business value, let's get practical. The key to converting Zillow leads is mastering the phone call cadence, appointment, location, motivation. Getting through these items quickly and efficiently leads to lead leads to relationship building and qualifying conversations. So ALM, right? We all know. Appointment, ask for the appointment immediately in your introduction. Keep it concise and repeatable. Location, discover what other properties interest them and expand your search together to build the tour. And then motivation, uncover what truly matters to them. And that should be the meat of the conversation so we can learn their needs and then express that while we're at the showing with them. Okay, so speed to lead, answer fast, ask first. So as your phone rings, your Zillow app notifies you that a lead has arrived with the client's name, contact information, property details, and preferred showing time. Most leads are direct, not blasted to the team, but always treat every call as if speed matters because sometimes it does. So what that means is if you get a lead that is an individual to you, you have first right of refusal. If you don't answer it, it then goes out on a blast to 5 other agents, and whoever picks it up first wins that lead. Those blast leads do not go against your monthly goal for Zillow to give you leads. So it's just an extra, it's a win. So answer quick. And we want to keep that speed to lead mentality, not just in Zillow, but in everything that we do. When people raise their hand, they want answers now. We live in a world where they get gratification immediately. You can order food on your phone. You can order anything you want in the entire world just about from your phone and get it either same day or next day. They want immediate service, and we're here to give it to them. So on the consumer side, they filled out a few job forms, possibly spoken with AI, and they've confirmed they want to speak with an agent. Zillow makes the connection, and you're there to execute. So the opening script, this is the great opening line. And this can never get old. This should be engraved in your head so that when your phone rings, you're not thinking about what the property is or who these people are. This just free flows out. Hi, this is Ross with the Stout team at eXp Realty. I see you're interested in 123 Main Street. Can I set an appointment for you to view that today at 3 p.m.? The script keeps your introduction and appointment request concise and repeatable. So you can do this for every phone call that comes in. We like to one-time things. Do things once that's repeatable so you can continue to do it, and that'll help you scale as you move along because you don't have to learn new things. You receive the address and the time from the app. That's all the information you need from this call. Don't discuss the property. Don't say if it's active. Don't talk about the price point, and don't talk about other details according to the property. And this is how we want to do that. We want to deflect questions and protect the appointment. Don't let any distractions come in. Get the appointment and let them know when we're in person, I want to handle every question that you have. So you're the gatekeeper of information. I think that is really important and something that we lose track of a lot as realtors because we just want to give everything up. We want to be so helpful that if they're going to ask about the HOA, it's like, great, yeah, here's the HOA information. Oh, I don't want an HOA. Thanks, bye. Whoa, what a waste. We need to meet with people. So later in this slideshow, you'll see how we can build in our professionalism and bring sophistication to the buyer process so they don't want to use anyone but us. So we really need to focus in, protect the appointment, and give ourselves the opportunity to really win that business. We don't want to lie. We don't want to not be transparent. But when people are asking us questions, we are the gatekeeper. We can protect the knowledge that we have so that they're not just wasting our time. We can both work together to find out what their needs are, because I'm going to venture to say that you believe you're the best agent that can do the job for them. So you'd be doing them a disservice by not meeting with them and getting them to the finish line. So that's what I mean about the gatekeeper of information. So like if a client asked, is the carpet in the living room green or blue? You would want to say, I understand you're interested in the flooring, and we can determine that at the meeting at 3 p.m. today. We want to go to that appointment. The key is if you tell them if the carpet is green or blue, they might say, well, I hate green carpet. I don't need to see the house, thanks, bye. We always want to redirect back to the day and time committed and get that appointment. Have confidence. You're the best agent for this client. You can meet all their needs and become their go-to real estate professional. You're that person. Go and get it. Be confident. Okay, so we want to dial in this search, location discovery. So after we've nailed the appointment, we're going to shift to location. So transition smoothly to learning about other properties they're interested in viewing. This expands your tour and deepens your value proposition. So first we want to confirm the appointment. Great, thanks for confirming 3 p.m. works for you today. I look forward to meeting you in person. Were there any other properties that you found interesting while searching online that we can add to our tour today? If there is, great. I'll connect with you after this call via text and you can send me the addresses or Zillow links. You can also use the My Agent button on Zillow and I'll be notified of all your favorites and I can add them to the tour that way. If no, I'm glad this property stood out to you so significantly. After you tell me what you've liked, can I send you other options that we can view today? And they always say yes. And there's a reason to why we want to do this. And we'll get to that in just a few slides. But we need to see multiple properties so that we can deepen our connection and actually give them a big value proposition in 2 ways. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Motivation, rounding out the conversation. This is the meat of what we want to talk about. After addressing the location, transition to motivation. What interested you most about this property? It could be the yard, it could be the pool, bedroom count, location, anything. Your job is to capture the information, and remember, we want to bring it up while we're showing them the house to let them understand that I listen to you. I know what you want. I'm here to help meet your needs. It's exactly how we want to portray ourselves, and by listening and being able to then repeat it to them, that brings value, trust, sophistication. Relay their needs list during showings by reviewing it beforehand and speaking to their wants as you compare properties. Use your people skills to continue the conversation and discover everything they need. 2 key questions that I'd like you to ask in the meat of the conversation and motivation. How long have you been looking? That is a big question. I think a lot of times when we're dealing with leads in today's BRBC environment, we don't want to waste our time going out and giving information and showing someone who has a buyer representation agreement out. Now, talking about how long have you been looking will give us a lead into asking our next question. But if somebody says, you know what, I just started looking today, how fantastic is that? 67% of people work with the first realtor they meet. You get to be that first realtor they meet, and thank you, Zillow, for making that connection. If they say, oh, I've been looking for 6 months, then that's a great segue into, oh, well, how have you been viewing homes? Maybe offer, have you been looking at open houses or have you been having private showings? What does that look like? And they can say, oh, well, my brother's been showing me homes. He's a licensed realtor. Oh, do you have a buyer representation agreement signed with him? Yeah, actually, I do. You know what? That's so great. While you're under contract with him, you need to have him call and make these appointments for you. But do you think there's a reason why you didn't call him first to see if he can help you? Oh, well, he works a full-time job and he's unable to help me during business hours. Oh, well, I'd love to meet with you, show you what I can do for you and meet your real estate needs. Is that something that you'd be willing to look into? Because I think if somebody is working during the day and you found the property that you really want and he's unable to service you until the weekend, that property could be gone. I'm a full-time business professional in real estate. Can I show you what my value is? Can I explain what the buying process looks like? Can I show you how Americans build wealth? And that's a great way to try and earn business. Odds are, if they've been looking for 6 months and they have tight time frames, it's their agent that's holding them up, not them. So let them know there's another option. A lot of the success that I've had with the Zillow program is not taking that initial no as a definite no. I kept in contact with them. I kept adding value. And don't you know, most of them come back because people are in this industry thinking they're going to get rich quick. We all know that isn't what this industry is. It's hard work, it's dedications, it's systems, it's operations. And we have all of that. And we want to be able to convey that to our clients. So those are the 2 key questions that allow you to stand out, build rapport, and show professionalism even before you meet them. And I want you to qualify people. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I got to this showing just to know that, they came with their agent. It's okay to ask these questions on the first call. We want to be quick and concise about it, but those 2 questions can accomplish a lot for us. These leading questions reveal if they have an agent, a signed buyer broker agreement, or if they're pre-approved. If they've been searching for a while without representation, let them know you can't wait to meet them and follow up with your promised text to complete the ALM call. So let's talk about that promised text. So pro tip to stand out before you meet. At the end of your conversation, you want to say, hey, we talked about that text where you're going to send me the properties you want to see, or I'm going to send you properties that match your criteria that we can go see today. Instead of just sending them the information, typing it out or speaking out, whatever, turn your phone around and do this. Here, I got my phone right here. Oh, hey, Mr. Buyer, this is Ross with eXp Realty. I just wanted to put a face with the name and the voice that you just heard over the phone. I can't wait to meet you today at 3 o'clock, and I'll be seeing you soon. I have those properties in your text right now, and I can't wait to have this extended showing with you. Done. Send. Meet them where you're at. You're probably going to look the same as you look at 3 o'clock as you look when you're taking this video. So send it out. Take the anxiety or maybe the fear that they have of meeting a stranger out, and put a face with the name. That way they know exactly who they're looking for. They can come up, shake your hand, introduce themselves, and you guys can go have a positive showing. So the text says, don't just send a word text, turn your camera around and record a quick video intro. Hi, buyer. I wanted to put a face with the voice you just heard. I'm looking forward to sending you those properties and seeing you at 3 p.m. today. This alleviates buyers' stress about meeting a stranger and gets them one step closer to choosing you as an agent. In person, we want to elevate the showing experience. This is where we're going to talk about the sophistication, the professionalism, earning our professional fee. Beyond finding the perfect home, this showing is your opportunity to build trust, demonstrate expertise, and secure your professional value. These 2 tactics empower your buyer to reassure them that they are working with the best possible professional. We're going to have the Stout Team Buyer Packet. The question to ask your client is, has anyone ever taken the time to show you what the buying process looks like? Use this question to introduce the Stout Team Buyer Packet on your iPad. I suggest you have an iPad. You could have it printed out. It's a long document. iPad is way more efficient and it makes you look professional. Walk them through the steps of the home buying journey and showcase your team's success. This establishes an organized and knowledgeable guide. This lets you know that you can guide them through the process. You know it front to back. You just walk them through it. And you get to show a little add value, like we've sold over $1 billion in the last 6 years. The power of we is the royal we is much stronger than I. And I think we all want to buy into that and use that. That's what we have. We have an excellent resume and a great reputation. Lean into it. Wealth building discussion. This is the second one. And this is why we always want to schedule at least 3 properties, or if we can't find 2 other like properties in the market, we want to schedule a buyer consultation after the first showing so we can walk them through these. So first showing is, hi, so glad I met you. Walk them through the house, build rapport. Second showing would be, can I walk you through the buying process? And then the third showing is the wealth building discussion. The question is, has anyone ever shown you how most Americans build wealth by purchasing real estate? Leverage your iPad's wealth building tool to discuss real numbers specific to their potential purchase. This provides a powerful objection handling technique for hesitant buyers and highlights the long-term value you bring. So when we talk about the wealth building tool, we'll do a whole other training on that, but have it downloaded on your iPad along with the buyer packet. Those are 2 mandatory things that you need. You can also put the property details on your iPad, so it just makes you look professional, up to date, and current with technology. And that's exactly what we are. So look what you are. I think that's a great pro tip there. So remember the buyer packet and the wealth building discussion while you're at the showing. And then to round out the showing, after we've gotten the buyer broker agreement signed, and there's another training on that we'll dig deeper into it in the sales excellence series. But the in-person impact, make the three-way lender connection happen. So after we get the buyer broker agreement signed, create a three-way text through FUB with Ben Carney at ZHL. Buyer, I'm connecting you with one of our preferred lenders on this thread. Ben can send you an online application and get you approved today with just a few simple documents. And the reason we like to do that three-way text is because it's our job to stay on top of our buyer to make sure they get that pre-approval. If they're not taking steps to get pre-approved, we can't sell them a house. So we're not just like trying to push it off onto Ben and hope and pray these guys get pre-approved. We want to stay involved, and here's how. So we want to stay on that thread to ensure they connect, and we want to follow up if it's needed. So if there's no action on that thread, Ben tells you, hey, they haven't filled out an application. This is a great touch point to re-engage your buyers and say, hey guys, making sure we're able to connect with Ben and the application was sent and you received, and have you filled it out. Great touch points. It's not even talking about going and seeing property. It's talking about the process. When we explain the process, when we empower our buyers to make decisions, that's where we start gaining momentum and traction in the business. And then we need to follow up. The follow-up system is keeping them moving forward. Following up the Zillow leads is streamlined through our FUB Smart Lists. You can see the training on that in our Sales Excellence. We want to mention that they can use us as their My Agent on Zillow. We want to talk about why Lopo and how Fellow are touching your clients repeatedly and continuously, as long as you stage them properly with the correct time frame. The tech stack that we have is building into our buyers so they hear from us all the time with valuable information. So here's the wheel, set the appointment, execute the ALM call perfectly, conduct their showing, present your value, show them how the buying process works, show them how they can build wealth in America by purchasing real estate, get that BRBC signed, make the lender connection, do the three-way text to the preferred lender partner. Automated follow-up, FUB Smart Lists will continue to nurture the relationship. Lean into your follow-up boss. That is a powerful tool, and we have so many connecting pieces that make it easy for you to go in and make that happen every day. But you have to be consistent, and it has to be every day. If you do that, you will sell more homes. Look at the people on our team that are selling more homes than you. They are living in their follow-up. Close and get referrals. Become their go-to real estate solution. We can't do that if we're not following up. We can't do that if we're not building in our professionalism. This end game to be the go-to real estate solution for them, it takes the whole wheel, and then it's repeat. Set the appointment again. Do it again. Do it again. And that's how we win. So that's the training that I have today. We want to keep moving forward, keep the momentum moving here. I look forward to seeing you on the next video in our Sales Excellence series. And I'll see you then. Thanks, guys.